Hey NBA fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Chat Sports, and today we have a special weekend edition of our NBA news and rumors, although I'm going to mix it up a little bit today. How about 5 potential trades that could happen between now and the 2020 NBA trade deadline, which of course is many months away in February, but I guess now that Thanksgiving is over, it's getting closer than people actually think. So I'm going to go with 5 players who could be traded by the trade deadline. And I'm also going to throw in my own thoughts on where they could potentially land. I'll pick a team for each player where I think could be a good fit and a good potential fit as well. And of course, plenty of chances to debate down in the comment section. That is why we keep the comments open here on Chat Sports. All right, let's start with the most likely player in my opinion. And again, we're not rating 1 through 5, but this is the most likely player to be traded by the trade deadline. It has got to be Andre Iguodala, currently on the Memphis Grizzlies. Now we know he's not going to play for the Grizzlies. He has not played at all for the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies are wanting someone to actually trade for him. They're not going to buy out his contract. So we keep hearing Rockets and Lakers and Clippers and Mavericks. Those guys are all interested right now in trading for Iggy, and another team like the Nuggets could be thrown in there as well. But the key thing to remember here, no buyout. He's not going to become a free agent. Your team, if you want Andre Iguodala, is going to have to go ahead and trade for him. We keep hearing Lakers. We keep hearing Lakers and Clippers. They're going to battle it out for him. I'm going to go with the Houston Rockets, and I'll tell you exactly why. Houston has been in the shadow of the best team in the Western Conference basically since Harden and CP3 had teamed up there. Now CP3 gone, they bring in Russell Westbrook, and instead of being the odds-on favorite in the West, they are still looking up at, let's say, the Lakers and the Clippers. You bring in Iggy, you keep Andre Iguodala from being on either one of those teams, and I think it's going to greatly help the Rockets' chances at being very, very competitive in the Western Conference Finals. Now, I know the Lakers make a ton of sense, the Clippers make a ton of sense, the Mavericks make sense here as well because they're competing in the West. You throw the Nuggets, like I said. If I was the Rockets, I would do whatever it takes to go ahead and make this trade because I think it's only going to take, a first rounder to go ahead and get Andre Iguodala. It's not going to take a lot. Comes off the bench, plays great defense on guys like LeBron James. He's done that in the past and can also bang threes as well. Again, any one of these landing spots, Lakers, Clippers, Mavericks, Nuggets make sense. I'm going to go with the Rockets, though. So I think the Rockets need to make a trade like this to further solidify their chances of not just being eliminated, halfway through the Western Conference playoffs, but actually making it to a Western Conference Finals and possibly going beyond. All right, question, though. Who do you guys think should trade for Andre Iguodala? Am I way off with the Rockets? Do you think it'd be the Lakers, the Clippers? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Okay, other players that are very likely to be traded. One name we keep hearing time and time again is DeMar DeRozan of the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs, people are arguing, maybe need a clean sweep. They got to clean house. They got to get rid of Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan and try and start fresh underneath Greg Popovich. And of course, DeRozan being a free agent in 2020 makes a lot of sense. Get some draft picks for him. It could all work out. And the team that we keep hearing, the team that I'm actually going to go ahead and pair him to right now is the Orlando Magic. Because the Magic have been great on defense this year, but they could really use some help on some scoring. And of course, DeMar DeRozan can do that and has been rumored to be at least a target for the Orlando Magic, who can compete right now in what is a top-heavy Eastern Conference, but the bottom is not exactly that great. Magic can easily make the playoffs with where they're at right now. Here's a great projected trade that could make sense from a team standpoint. How about Mo Bamba, first round, a lottery protected pick, and a 2020 second round draft pick. Throw another play in there. We got Evan thrown in there as well, trying to get enough to go ahead and swap with San Antonio. That would be a good haul for the Spurs, who would have a 2020 first, that is lottery protected, and then a 2020 second. But I do think DeRozan, most likely, unless the Spurs want to go ahead and rebuild around him, like they make a counter trade and bring in another player, maybe swap Aldridge for somebody, bring in young guys, and then build around DeMar. That would make sense, but at least the Magic are who I'm going to go with right now for DeMar DeRozan. Okay, you guys, betting on the NBA has never been easier with our partners at BetDSI. Something we talk about a lot here on the channel because it's easy for you guys to win money by simply going to chatsports.com/bet, using our promo code DEAL120, get a 120% deposit bonus whenever you sign up for the very first time. Again, chatsports.com/bet, promo code DEAL120, bet on your favorite team. There are games in the NBA like every single night. You make a lot of money. Again, do it with our partner, BetDSI. Okay, moving on here, another name very likely to be traded before the NBA trade deadline has got to be Andre Drummond, because the Pistons have not had the start that they were expecting. And whenever Blake Griffin is in there, and of course he's been not on the court right now, Drummond, Griffin have not paired up very well since they started out in Detroit. And as you see, it's a common theme here, Andre Drummond will be a free agent in 2020. I'm going to go ahead and project him to the team that many people are saying are the front runners for Andre Drummond. That is the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets have been surprisingly good this year. Another buzzer beater win just the other night, depending on when you watch this video. They need help with rebounding and interior defense, especially from a 5. Rim protecting would be a great help to the Charlotte Hornets, and Andre Drummond would be perfect for that, and they've been linked to him for many, many days now, so it makes a lot of sense. A projected trade that I came up with would be like Malik Monk, a first-round draft pick, Bismarck Biyombo, and then, of course, Dwayne Bacon. You could throw all those guys in there, ship them off from Charlotte, bring in a guy like Andre Drummond, and kind of build around Drummond and Terry Rozier in Charlotte. Again, much like Orlando, it's a bottom part of the Eastern Conference that is very, very winnable right now. The Hawks are struggling. A lot of other teams are struggling who we thought would be in the 6th or 7th or 8th seed. You can sneak in there and be a 7th seed in Charlotte a year after, or the year of, getting rid of a star point guard like they did with Kemba Walker would be a big win for Charlotte. Got some other possible landing spots here. We're going to throw them up. Pacers could use a big man, or at least could add a big man into that rotation. The Heat, the Celtics would be a lot of fun. They just do not have any money. So we'll keep an eye on what Boston tries to do, but they have no money. So the trade deadline could be very, very difficult. Okay, another question here. Will the Charlotte Hornets make the playoffs? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I know they're not a very sexy team right now, but they are winning, and they're winning more than we thought they would be. Obviously thought they'd be like a 9, a 10, an 11 seed, but right now, obviously playing decent enough basketball where a trade like this could be very, very interesting. Okay, moving on here. This is number 4, and then we'll finish out with number 5. Number 4 is Danilo Gallinari, who currently is lost in no man's land right now on his current team as he tries to wait and hopefully get traded. You know that he wants out of there as much as anybody, I would argue. But Gallinari comes at a price. He is expensive in the final year of his deal, but he is in the final year of his deal and could become a starter or a role player as well on your team, depending on where you want to move him. I'm going to project Gallinari. He was a great scorer. He's probably the most intriguing player out of all of these 5 that I'm giving you here, because you got some bigs, you got some older guys we're going to get to in a second. You got Andre Iguodala, who's fun, but he's obviously just going to play a handful of minutes. You can play Gallinari starter-type minutes in a starter-type role and can really contribute to your squad. I'm going to project him to the Portland Trail Blazers. You guys might go, wait, they just got Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony's been great so far, 25 points in his first game. I know. Can you trust Carmelo Anthony down the road to continue to be a great scorer? I'm not sure. You could add Gallinari into the mix there. Portland, who has struggled early, could actually make a deep run here in the Western Conference with enough firepower. How about this for a trade, though? Ken Bazemore and a 2020 first-round draft pick. Not giving up too much. I think it'd make a lot of sense for Portland. Other landing spots, again, Boston, the Sixers, the Knicks. The Celtics obviously have no money. The Knicks might want to try and be somewhat relevant. Add Gallinari, you can pay him a ton of money in the offseason. Pair him with Julius Randle, RJ Barrett. It's not bad, right? Sounds interesting. Those are just some other potential landing spots, but the money or the players just not exactly work out. But Gallinari, wherever he goes, I think it'd be a lot of fun, make a lot of sense for a ton of basketball teams. I'll project him to the Blazers, but as with all these trades, he could basically go anywhere. Just it's going to happen most likely in the upcoming trade deadline. What's also happening soon is Christmas, which means you guys need to get your Christmas shopping list done, and we help you out here at Chat Sports. We got Black Friday deals, I know, running throughout the entire weekend right now. Go to chatsports.com/NBA City. You'll see a ton of great NBA jerseys that are on sale right now with our partner at Fanatics. All you got to do, again, link will be down in the description. It'll be down in the comments section, or you just type in right now, chatsports.com/NBA City. Okay, final guy here. And I was thinking about not including him, but I'm going to go ahead and put Chris Paul into this list because I do think CP3 could still be dealt maybe a surprise trade right at the deadline, because rumors are that the teams are still interested in trading for the aging point guard. Now, I know, final year of his contract, he costs a ton of money. It's like, what is it, $40 million or something like that this year? It's way more money than he's actually worth, but at the same time, if you are a team that could use a point guard, why not grab CP3, because he has that playoff pedigree, he has that playoff mentality, and could really help your team out late going into the NBA playoffs. He's been projected to go to the Heat. That's been like the big projection that he's going to go to the Miami Heat because they want to pair him up with Jimmy Butler. I'm going to take a different approach. How about as a surprise trade? Hear me out. The Milwaukee Bucks. I know, but he would be an upgrade over Eric Bledsoe, at least in the postseason. And it feels like the Bucks, who've said this before, want to go all in to help out Giannis before having to pay him in the next couple of years. He's going to be a free agent soon, and that means they're going to give him a massive deal, and then how are you going to be able to build around him? I know the money might not work out, but I can dream a little bit, right? Go ahead and make a trade for CP3, figure out the money elsewhere. It would just be fascinating to see him with a guy like Chris Middleton and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who, again, the Bucks are all in right now in the Eastern Conference. Number 1 team in the East. This is their best shot to win it because Giannis is only going to age, and he's only going to get more expensive going forward. So put some of the money you're going to pay him elsewhere to try and get a chip, because they, of course, didn't even make the Eastern Conference or the NBA Finals in the Eastern Conference this past year. Other landing spots, again, the Heat make an argument for Detroit. They want to keep one of the two of Drummond or Griffin. They want to build around that. That would make a lot of sense in my opinion, though. The Magic, as always, you don't get DeMar. You go get another point guard. You can just kind of mix them in right there as well. Or he'll just stay in Oklahoma City where he's at right now and just kind of finish his career with the Thunder, although I don't see that happening. So we'll see what happens going forward, but I think Chris Paul to the Bucks would be a lot of fun. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think Chris Paul will at least be traded by the trade deadline. All right, final question. Will CP3 get traded this year, a.k.a. this NBA season? So this year, early in the next year for the trade deadline. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. There you go, though. 5 potential NBA trades that could happen at the deadline coming up in 2020. I think maybe not the teams that I selected, but the players, Andre Iguodala, DeMar DeRozan, Danilo Gallinari, Andre Drummond, CP3, I think all of them will be moved by the trade deadline. Want to get this video out to you guys first. Now go in the comments, debate, tell me I'm right, tell me I'm wrong, tell me I'm crazy. That's what we're here for. So let me know, scroll down, type them up. I'll read through all the comments as I always do. All right, well, tell me out for today. For Chat Sports, I'm Thomas Mott, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.